Hey guys!
It's the most unbiased and objective brand you can trust. Man, listen up. It's your boy Lee every day.
And it's your girl, DB Right, because I'm always right.
All day and night. And you are joining us for a new episode of Afterthoughts.
Afterthoughts.
Where we give our thoughts after the damn show.
Pretty straightforward.
And as you can see on the screen, we're doing Afterthoughts on Love and Marriage, Huntsville. All right.
So this was basically what, like the season finale, you felt like?
Well, I don't know. So this is what, season 2, episode 18. It looked like they was doing a season finale, but it don't matter. Before we jump in, I don't want to forget to like, comment, subscribe. You know why.
Because I want to tell y'all gonna die, but it's not gonna be alright.
She got bars. I don't know if anybody knows or not, but she got bars. But with all that being said, like I said, Huntsville, Love and Marriage. We're gonna jump in episode 8. Let's just gonna kick it off again. Kind of like this episode was, the majority about it was Martel. And Melody. Mm-hmm. But let's get whatever we got to say about others out the way. If you had anything.
Let's start with Kimmi and Maurice, because we never have anything to say about them anymore. But I just like how so proud and supportive they've been of Jalen. They know that he's been kind of struggling with this whole COVID thing and finding a job and not having a passion for anything.
I don't know what I'm passionate about. Poor child. He gonna get it. He gonna look back on this and be like, what is wrong with me?
But to see like the pride and the satisfaction that his parents, or Kimmi and Maurice, had for him was just really heartwarming. So that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have that much to say.
They don't have any drama. They doing good.
Number one, good. I lied. I said this was episode 18. Is actually episode 19. So, anywho, Kimmi and Maurice, great relationship, rearing their son. They showed him in his GM capacity, opening up Black Cigar Lounge. You know, he just looks mad uncomfortable to me.
But I love the effort.
I love the effort, and I do think he's gonna grow into the man that his family sees he can be. And I trust Marsau's sort of his whatever his take is or his instinct on him.
He has pretty good instinct, I'm not gonna lie.
You got to, if you're a businessman and a successful one. He looks pretty successful. I mean, shoot. So yeah,
might as well jump into Marsau and Tisha.
We can jump into them because like literally that was it on Maurice and Kimmi. I mean, they're great. You know, Kimmi still in the middle. Okay, cool, with her shoulder pads looking like a football sailor. Whatever. All right, but LaTisha and Marsau, what was popping?
So I appreciated, even though we've seen this time and time again, LaTisha going up to Mel, apologizing because she doesn't want any bad blood. She wants to move forward. She took Marsau's advice and took accountability and didn't really come at Mel like she did their previous conversation. So kudos to her. Hopefully she keeps the same energy because, like Melody, we've seen this LaTisha before.
Yeah, man. So yeah, it was definitely refreshing to see her kind of grow up and do adult like things. And let me tell you, she displayed to all the women around America how to submit to your man. Because all she did was take the advice of her husband. And all she did was, that's the key. Follow through. Like, you can say yes all day. You can yes man someone to death. But if you're still going to do the same behaviors and actions, what are you really doing? So she literally said what Marsau said verbatim. And it worked.
Yeah, I think at first I was worked. Because Mel was like, what changed? And LaTisha was like, well, I thought about it. And
bitch, you didn't think about it. You copied the paperwork.
At first, I was like, man, she just not going to give Marsau any credit. But when you're in a union, it doesn't matter who is voicing
That's
what
a
you've
good
talked
point.
about behind closed doors because you're both an ambassador for the
The
relationship.
family,
Yeah, the
the
family.
team.
Yeah, so
That's
whatever,
true. I
like,
stand corrected.
yeah.
She's right.
DB.
DB, right again.
Exactly. And then they, like, it's obviously the grand opening of Black, and they reveal the, what do you want to call it, like a poster or
The marquee, I don't know. Put
what's
it in the comments if you know what that's called, because I don't know. I
yeah.
don't feel like Googling right now.
And
Um,
yeah, so they have pictures of like the three sons, or I don't know how many sons were up there, but
from all the Scots.
yeah, the
So,
next
because they
generation of
have
men,
another brother
their
and a
sister. Yeah,
sister.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so, like on that marquee, that the unveiling, soft opening.
Mm-hmm. They said it's the next generation of
Yeah.
Scots.
That's what I want to say. What was the whole phrase that Marcel kept saying? Like, it's important to leave a legacy, but you can't leave a legacy if you don't start one. I love
Mm-hmm.
that. Those are bars, but I'm sorry.
No, no,
Cutting you
no.
off, cutting to you.
Those were really good bars, and if they're talking about the next generation of Scots, I would have expected kind of like Destiny and Mel. Like, I know it sounds Me Too-ish, but if you're talking about the next generation,
Why ain't the little girls on it? Why ain't the little
have
girls
you
on it?
noticed, like, they don't really like. He don't really interact. I don't see him
I
interact
mean,
with the
listen,
girls. I don't see him interact with the girls at all.
I
I don't
get
know.
it.
I don't know.
I get it.
But I
But
also
see,
get the other side too.
no, I totally understand. I'm just being difficult. But I get it. But you have to understand on certain teams, they run a certain set of offenses. They have an offense package. The Scots have a male dominant offensive package. And obviously, like he doesn't mean anything other than following through what he was taught and what he's wanting to teach the next generation, that the man is the leader. So, that's what it is. I mean, the sister was up there, standing up there. They didn't say anything about that. They had her there, but like it's going to be the little boys in his eyes, and I can see the folly in that, but I'm not shocked.
No, yeah, I'm not shocked
I'm not
either.
shocked.
But like, I think I would have more of a problem with it if he were not that great of an example of a man. I think Marceau has done a really good job. I think he's gotten better as a father just from what they've shown us anyway on the show.
Yeah.
And like if he were like a Martel, I'd probably be like, you are the last person who should be talking about the next generation of Scott men because but he's been,
Great
yeah.
Scott. but yeah, we're Marsaw fans. But you mentioned the forked.
We gotta stop moving, I think. Whoa.
Great Scott. So you mentioned the forked tongue Martel. I believe we're done with LaTisha and Martel unless Marsau.
It's so many M's.
Yeah, man.
Maurice,
I don't even like
Marceau,
M&M's. I liked Eminem. I don't like Eminem now,
no,
but I never
Slim
liked
Shady.
M&M's.
That's because you don't like chocolate. You a colorist. Anyway, no.
What? I love you. What do you mean? You're not. What are you being a colorist? What you trying to say? What? Gotcha, bitch. Gotcha.
I was about to say some like really like gay shit that I probably shouldn't like a gay
Oh,
show.
so you're censoring yourself for the camera?
You gotta edit this shit out.
I ain't getting into the motherfucking
I was
thing.
gonna call you Mel's brother. No, we're not.
Who?
Mel's brother. We're not gonna do
Mel's
that.
brother?
Melody's brother. You gotta edit that out. That's not.
Bitch ass. You better walk away. Anyway, we bullshitting right now. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Let's jump right into it.
So
That was a purse, you jumping into it. Okay. Kick it
So
off.
Martel keeps saying he wants his family back. He wants his marriage to work. But that conversation that he had with the doc, where he was comparing apples to oranges, and him saying he started to love them oranges. Them oranges was tasty as fuck.
But he said oranges.
Yeah, he didn't say orange.
He said oranges.
Plural for other women outside of his marriage. And I don't think that the doc like nitpicked at that.
Yeah. I don't know if that's his job.
Maybe
but
we're reaching. I don't know.
I like reaching. If you don't reach, how you gonna get any higher?
But I reach all the time to get the shelf, and like I haven't gotten any taller. I'm still 5'1".
Toes.
I gotta get the damn stool.
But if you never reach, you'll never get higher.
Anyway.
Bars. All right. So.
Anyway, what do you have to say about that conversation with the doc?
There was a lot going on with Dr. Francis. But first of all, Martel and Melody, they showed the previews of not the previews, but what happened in the previous episode. And I just had to notice his cat-like reflexes when Mel threw that glass at him. I don't think I commented on that last episode, but
you gotta show the clip. You gotta show the clip.
This other person I'm talking to, she satisfying me.
I'm tired of hearing you saying that. Know that.
Yo, so like, and to your point, you said, yo, that's not the first time he had to dodge danger from Mel.
Because he has a really good way of, their conversation starts out calm, collected, they're moving forward, and then he takes something that she says so personally, flips it, starts to get hostile, brings her out of her shell. She's already cracked open at this point because he's hurt her so much, and she may have threw some stuff. I think actually in the last season she may have admitted to like throwing stuff in the house.
You know what? She even suggested that she got aggressive with him. She was talking to Kimmi last episode. She was like, yeah, I put my hands on him. Like, it was kind of subtle, but she wanted props for that. So I mean, I'm not shocked considering everything that Martel's put her through in 14 years and continues. And like, before they got to the doc, they was talking about, they were showing Mel's, she was taking pictures with her children. And just one thing that's got in my head is just like, how could you mess up such a beautiful thing? Like, these little kids, man, like, come, he's gotta be sick.
I think the both of them have to be sick because you saw how the little girl was sitting in the chair talking back to her sister and how they were conversing. They learned that type of
It was
behavior.
a little combative. Like, it looks cute as a little kid, but it's not going to be cute in 5-10 years.
Yeah, like the little girl in the chair was like, "You're going to have to make me get out of the chair." And it kind of like reminded me, because she looks so much like Martel, maybe Martel has said something like, "You're gonna have to make me leave," which he has. We've seen that. And so like we keep saying these children are hearing this, seeing this. You don't remember being nosy kids, putting your ear to the door when your parents are arguing, or like they're telling you to move out the room and stuff like that. So they know what's going on.
Yeah, so bottom line, he dropped the ball really bad looking at that family, and that's why he's so sick. That's why he's lashing out and doesn't want to take full-fledged ownership. It's just really annoying how, the light is shed on him, and it's always like, you too, Mr. Me Too. Like, nigga, if you're gonna take ownership, you take ownership. No one else is gonna own that piece of property but you. Yes, it may be the case, but that's not what we talk about right now. So stop and slow your roll. But anywho, we're gonna get back to that as we get through Dr. Francis.
Because the way, like, I feel like the doc maybe not have had time to go more in depth with Martel on when he was saying like, your actions do not make you who you are, and Martel ran with that shit. He ran, like, it boosted his confidence, and I just
that's what Martel loves to hear. Like, your actions don't make who you are, and this is coming from Dr. Francis. I don't know the dude, but he looks awesome. I would love to have a conversation with him. I beg to differ. Your conversation. Wait, what did he say again? There is a difference between who you are and what you do. And I say, you are what you do. It's not what you do, it's why you do it. And why you do it is defined by who you are. So there is no separation with that. Who Martel is a trash bag individual.
Sorry, Kimmi.
I'm sorry. Now, maybe if he, right, like if he didn't show that, he just wasn't triggered enough to really display who he was. Like I was trying to say, it's just like, people create the space for how you to feel, for how you, for your reactions, for your behavior. So, like they can create the space, but you don't have to jump into it. Like someone can create a pool, but if you're not a Olympic swimmer, you're not going to jump in it, right?
You're going to drown.
If you can't swim, you're not going to jump in that pool. So it's just like,
you just asking to die.
You just asking to die if you can't swim. So what I'm saying is like the conditions and the scenario is typically perfect for the person you are. If the first sign of defeat or anger or stress is for you to run out and disrespect your whole legacy, yeah, fam. That's who you are. And that's who you wanted to be this whole time. And that's who Martel is running from currently.
He's running from his reflection because point blank period, what he does is a reflection of who he is.
Bottom line, fam.
And like he keeps being so wishy-washy. Like on one hand he wants his family, but on the other hand he loves these oranges. And
right. And one of his oranges, he was like, yeah, you should probably go ahead and get that paternity test. Yeah. Like he manipulated her into to say, he's like, you the one who asked for it. Anyway, that was funny.
And like it's just so hard to see what his true intentions are. Maybe like he just literally just wants to have his cake and eat it too. But like the reason I say that he ran with what the doc was saying about you're not who your actions, you are not what your actions are. Basically like it has given him the confidence to appear like he's a good person. Do you think that he's a good person? Or do you think that he cares more about the appearance of being a good person?
I said he wants to be good so bad. And what did you say?
That he just cares how he looks.
He just cares how he looks. It's all about the image with him. The perfect family, the perfect upbringing.
The perfect father of the year.
The father of the year. Hey, he's all about narratives. He's so scared of melody, like shedding light on who he is behind closed doors. That tears him up more than anything. How it looks. Mel going and moving on tears him up worse because everyone sees Mel with someone else. And so he likes to remind Mel like, hey, you'll never find someone like me, or I can't wait till you find someone so you get to see or probably appreciate him more. That's some narcissistic shit. But
I just had an epiphany because you said something about like narratives, and he comes from a background that was very poverty stricken. And whenever someone comes from like it's rags to riches, when they were in those rags, they were creating the narrative of how they wanted to see their life. And so he's literally been creating this his whole life, but hasn't had anybody to display how to keep it. Kind of how we were talking about in the previous episode.
1000%.
So it's just really interesting. And like, I think he just needs to continue to dig more deeper into his past if he really wants to change as a person.
He'll never be able to change until he accepts every stitch of trash that he's put in his compactor. He's trying to Febreze this stuff. You can't. He's passing it off. He's calling Mel a hoe. What?
And he has the audacity to not want his kids around Mel's brother because he's gay. Martel is the last person to be saying, like, be concerned about who his kids are around when he's like fucking around.
What do you think is a better model for children? Tell me, what's his name? Marcus or Martel? What do you think you'd rather have children witness as far as a healthy relationship?
I would rather it be Marcus.
And tell me why.
Because he is displaying healthy, positive relationships.
Bottom line, I don't care if you suck a dick here and there. It don't matter. You, it's healthy. He's a good dude. Stand up
I hear
guy.
it has protein in it too, so he's definitely healthy.
Come on,
Sorry,
fam.
okay. Too far?
Come on, man. You go here. I'm here. You go here.
That's why we work.
Yeah, but yeah, like, you know, to your point, it's like you're seeing, you rather your children see you disrespect and just completely abuse emotionally their parent. So you're teaching them how to be trash.
And not only that,
That's terrible.
I think Martel is afraid that he's teaching the negative and unhealthy side of a heterosexual relationship.
He is.
And so, like, if the
1000%.
kids are around a healthy relationship and it's only with same-sex couples, I can understand why he's like freaking out, you know? He's
no,
like,
that's a good point. Like, yeah, he said he wanted the children to see a, you know, man and a woman, not two men, husband and husband. And that is the underlying reason.
and he's
Because they're seeing, hey, it works better if you stick with your own gender.
Exactly.
Ooh.
Exactly.
And that was, like I said, that's why he was mad when Troy said, they call me daddy. He's like, I'll beat your motherfucking ass. They don't want, like, his son calling another man daddy. That's a lot of sexual connotation. I do believe Martel ain't gonna admit it. But that pissed him off. Like, that had me think, because, you know, I'm crazy as hell. I'll just say whatever.
Yes, you are.
But I thought that was funny. But yeah, you know, let's get to
Mel.
the powwow.
So
When they finally met.
one of the things that I had a realization on during that whole conversation when they separated from everybody else to talk was that, like, Mel really strives for success because she knew Martel was cheating even before this Ariane chick, however you pronounce her name, the mother of Martel's newest child. She's known about his infidelity. She went from being a teacher to an entrepreneur, trying to make all this money because she knew eventually she was going to have to leave and support herself. So I feel like Mel is smart enough to do that and to plan her future like that. She was playing the long game and she said something. She was just like, once she heard that he was going to have a baby by that woman, she had an out.
Yep.
And she was like, okay, this is my chance. So, and I think that Martel maybe senses that. Like, he's a little upset that, I think that's another layer as to why Martel is upset that Mel doesn't need him. Because she is standing on her own 2 feet. I think he would have appreciated it more or felt like he had more power if she, you know, had to depend on him and couldn't leave him.
He's egotistical. That's the reason why he cheated to begin with. He needed his ego to be stroked. You know, Mel wasn't complimenting him. He wasn't satisfying him.
So
Nigga, grow the fuck up. The hell? Like, that's all it takes? She's doing everything else, but maybe she wasn't complimenting him or being sexual with him because he had already cheated and she was trying to get over the first time you cheated.
Exactly.
Like, she probably didn't trust you. But yet you're going to fully trust this woman that you just got pregnant during your marriage? I say this, you can't trust a woman that'll sleep with a man that's married. Period. Poo.
Literally.
That's just wild and crazy to me.
Yeah. But it's funny because I don't know if you had anything else to say about them, because I was just going to say that, like, all of this ends up bringing Tisha and Mel closer together somehow.
Yeah, that
and what I gathered was, like, I always thought that Tisha saw Mel as her hero. She doesn't want to admit it, but we know she'll never admit it. But she admires Mel, admires his success, and now the hero has been humbled, and meaning that, like, she's going through all this stuff, and now she's just like, oh, we're sisters, and
she was calling her sister. I thought she didn't care wherever it went.
It's because
wherever it went,
she's no longer intimidated by Mel. And that's why she feels like they're on the same.
She feels bad because she wished bad on Mel because she couldn't.
She probably
be
felt
Mel.
guilty.
Now she feels guilty. So it's like, oh, that's my sister. That's all she wanted was a friend.
Yeah.
She wanted to act like she didn't need them. I didn't want no friend anyway. Now all of a sudden, oh, come on, Tisha, get it together.
Put the pride
Get it
aside.
together. Put the pride aside and you'll be all right.
I'm glad they ended on a positive note,
Yeah.
especially like with Black women, because we see Black women in reality TV shows throwing drinks and fist fighting and stuff. So glad that ended positively. I feel like we're coming up to the end of the season pretty soon.
I feel like it. But it doesn't matter. It was a pretty good ending. I mean, I feel like Martel and Mel are done. I just really hope Marsau doesn't turn out to be the next Martel. I really hope not. I would even be even more shocked if it was Maurice, man, because they like the model couple as well. It's like trying to give sage advice to everybody, but that takes care of that.
Same flag of the feather. Ooh.
That takes care of that.
Same flag of the feather. Ooh. Rewind. Birds of the same feather flock together. So, you know.
Bottom line, man.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. So.
But that concludes this Afterthoughts segment.
Where we give our thoughts after the damn show. Oh, yo. I'm sorry. Close your ears. But you know the drill. Again, like, comment, subscribe. If you want us to watch or give our afterthoughts on something else that we don't watch, a video, a clip, something viral, whatever, put it below or let us know. All right, sorry. Go ahead. I messed her up. I'm sorry.
Let us know if there is anything that you liked or disliked that we spoke about.
I don't
anything
care.
that you want us to go deeper on.
Go deeper. Nah, all right, man. Until the next show. Peace. Did the light go off?
No.
Did it get darker?
We got 2 more episodes to do.
Relax.
I'm
Won't
starting to
do
get
it.
tired.
Don't you want to go through it? Relax. Go to it. Where you want to go.
Let me give you all some advice, and it's on me, and no matter what I need, I went and planted, then watered that seed. Grew into a tree, strong base, no fakes around. Slow pace, it's okay, I'm real patient now. Broke chains, now I'm sitting feeling. Once I stopped doubting me, it seems. Had to wake up for my dream, now I'm free. Free, but I gotta be free. Ain't nothing free, but I gotta be free. Ain't nothing free, but I gotta be free. Ain't nothing free.